everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Nutrition Tuesday. My name is Seanna Thomas and I am a nutritionist. My company is called Hockey Snacks and we provide nutrition information and education to teams and tournaments throughout the GTA, and we've paired up with the GTHL to do Nutrition Tuesdays for you guys, so I hope you've been enjoying them so far. Today we're doing something simple, but sometimes we forget about the simple things. And so I wanted to bring it back and really discuss trail mix because it is the perfect on-the-go snack and an excellent post-game recovery snack for you guys, for young athletes. So we're going to talk about all the different components of trail mix today and come up with some new ideas to put together for you guys. And I want you to really start thinking about trail mix, and if you eat it, if you buy it, if you make it yourself at home. I love it so much because it's portable, it's real whole food, you know exactly what's in it, you can pronounce everything that's in it, you can customize it to what you like, you can leave it in your car, you can leave it in your hockey bag. It's just an ideal snack for a young athlete because it is nutrient dense. So what that means is it's really, you don't have to eat a lot of it to get a ton of the benefits, to get those nutrients. So that's why I really love trail mix. So let's get down to talking about the different components. So for me with trail mix, there are three main components to making a really good one. The first component, of course, is nuts. Now, if you have an allergy to nuts, don't worry. We're going to take care of you too. We're going to give you a recipe that has no nuts in it whatsoever. And also, you can head over to the Hockey Snacks Instagram page and check out our stories for a couple of different options of store-bought trail mix ideas for you guys if you don't want to make it yourself, which I totally understand. But if you do, this is how you do it. So starting with nuts, you can see here, I keep everything in jars. So we have a bunch of different nuts. Now I didn't go out and buy anything special for this. This is what I had on hand in my house. I want you to do the same thing. So if you don't have something, I don't want you to rush out to the store and make a non-essential grocery store trip just for this. But look at what you have in your pantry. See the different sort of nuts and seeds that you have and what you like. And what I would recommend is when you're going to buy nuts, you want them to be raw, unsalted, unflavored, really just get the basic pure nut. And the reason for that is when we're making our own trail mix, you want to have control over everything that goes in it. And if you're buying honey roasted nuts, you're getting extra fat and sugar and things that you don't need, that aren't going to nourish and fuel your body properly. So we want to start with the basics, and we can slowly start to add things in to make it really tasty for us without those added oils and sugars and salts and all of that stuff, okay? So another thing, you want to get the nuts that you enjoy, that you like. They all have similar properties, little differences here and there. Like for instance, almonds are a little bit higher in protein and higher in fiber than other nuts. But that doesn't mean, you know, you should only eat almonds. Definitely mix it up because they all have different properties in them. Like walnuts, for example, has omega-3 healthy fats and 6 fats in there. So, you know, you want to definitely try and mix it up and have a few different kinds if you can, because there are properties in the different nuts that are going to help you. Like some will be higher in fiber, some will be higher in fats, like cashews here are one of the highest in fats. But they are so good for you. So there's definitely elements in there that you want to pay attention to. But just see what you like and use that, okay? So another thing before I move on, we talked about it being nutrient dense. So definitely this isn't a snack that you want to eat a massive bowl of. This is something that you can use really as fuel, okay? It is a really good snack, but it's originally for like hikers and people that were out all day, rock climbers, things like that. This is a snack you can put in your pocket. It'll stay good for a really long time, and you don't have to eat a lot of it to fill you up and give your body exactly what it needs and all of that energy, which is why it's such a great post-game recovery snack or post-activity. If you guys are outside afterwards, you can come on inside and you just need a handful. Okay, that's all you need, and that's going to give you everything you need for energy, muscle recovery, healthy carbs, all that good stuff. So with the nuts, we're buying raw, unsalted, unflavored nuts. So here I have almonds, I have cashews, I have pecans, I have peanuts, and I have walnuts here. And that's a really, really great combination just by itself. If you really just like nuts, then absolutely you can just combine a whole bunch of nuts and you're good to go. And like I said, just grab a handful and that's all you need. If you like them, like these are all just raw nuts. If you like the flavor to be a little bit more intense, or you'd like them to be a little bit crunchier, then you can bake them at 350 degrees for about probably 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on them, and that'll roast them and really bring out their flavor. And you don't need to add anything to it. No oil, no salt, nothing. You can just throw them on a baking sheet in the oven and just keep an eye on them. And they'll roast up beautifully, especially almonds. I love doing that with almonds. The next thing we're going to talk about is seeds. So you don't want to discount seeds. I know a lot of trail mix is just like nuts and fruit, but seeds are a powerhouse of nutrition, full of so much good stuff. So definitely don't discount seeds when you're making your trail mix. It mixes it up, right? It keeps it fun and exciting. There's something new and different in there. So the three that I have here that I use all the time are Pepitas. So these are hulled pumpkin seeds. So they don't have that hard outer shell. These are just the middle. And you can roast these. You can eat them raw. They have a slight nutty flavor, but they're not obviously nuts. They're pumpkin seeds. And these are really great. They're full of iron. A really, really excellent option also if you're allergic to nuts. Pumpkin seeds are really good for you. Next is sunflower seeds. Now again, with sunflower seeds, when you're buying them, you want to be extra careful that you're looking at the ingredient list and there's no extra oil or salt in there. You want to get the raw sunflower seeds, and that goes for if you're buying like the spits and things like that too. You want to make sure that isn't too much salt in there. You really just want the goodness that's in that seed. And the last one is hemp hearts, which you guys, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I absolutely love hemp hearts, and they're really easy to add. Again, nut free, but they have like that nutty flavor, and they're full of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. They're full of protein. They're full of calcium. So much goodness in there too. So seeds are where it's at. So we have our nuts and seeds. We know what we're looking for when we buy them. And if you happen to go to a place where you buy a massive bag of them and you're just not going through them that quickly, you can put them in the freezer and they'll last a lot longer. So our first component, nuts and seeds. Our second component is dried fruit. Now, definitely you could have a handful of nuts and an apple or a banana, and that is really a perfect snack because you're getting all your protein and your healthy fats from the nuts, and then you're getting that natural sweetness and the fiber and the vitamins and minerals from the piece of fruit. But trail mix, as we know, is one of those things that has a lot of dried fruit in it. So you have to be a little bit careful because, again, a lot of the dried fruit that you can buy is full of extra oils and sugars and things like that. A little bit is fine. You'll find a lot now are sweetened with fruit juice, which is a little bit better. It's still added sugar. Fruit by itself is naturally sweet, so you really don't need all that extra sugar that they add to it when they make it. A lot of it is for preservatives and things like that, but you can also just dry your own. So today, I dried a banana, some blueberries, pineapple, apples, and all you have to do is wash them, cut them up, put them in the oven at a really low temperature. So I had my oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and you just keep an eye on them. Now, some of them are going to dehydrate a little bit faster than others. So here I have Kiwis, which I dehydrated, and these are so high in vitamin C. These are so excellent, and they have almost like a tangy sourness to them, which is a really great mix in a trail mix. And then I have, the classic. We have bananas, apples, blueberries. We have coconut here. Okay, I didn't do this myself. I bought these coconut flakes, goji berries, the pineapple. I did dehydrate. Now this I was saying that kiwi only takes about half an hour. Pineapple can take 3 to 4 hours because there's so much water in it. But when you do it yourself, you guys won't believe how sweet and incredible this dried pineapple is. So, so good. And then of course, raisins. Can't go wrong with raisins. And dates as well. Now I do want to point out that if you are dehydrating this yourself, you don't need a dehydrator. You can do it in the oven like I did. But this is an entire banana. So you want to be very careful, and this is why, again, I say you only need a handful of the trail mix, because the nutrient-dense, high-fat, high-protein, plus you could eat a whole banana in half a handful so easily. So all the nutrients are concentrated, the fruit itself is concentrated, but the sugars and everything are also concentrated in there. So you want to be careful that you're not eating too much, because it can cause digestive upset, cramping, bloating, that sort of thing if you're having too much fiber, too much protein, and too much sugar. Even though it's natural sugar, you still want to be really careful. But look at all of these different kinds of fruit that I have. You want to mix it up, you know. Definitely, if you like it simple, that's great, but you can come up with so many different combinations with all these different dried fruits that are really, really fun. And so here we go. We have our first component, nuts and seeds. Our second is dried fruit. And our third is the fun stuff. So it's all about balance, right? You don't have to eat 100% healthy all the time. And that goes for these little fuel trail mix as well. So over here we have some really fun things that you can just throw in. So I have popcorn, I've got chocolate chips, I have cut up granola bars, like really small, I have cereal, and also I have these wonderful lentil chips that are from Enjoy Life Foods, and these are really crunchy and really fun to throw into a trail mix just for something a little bit different. And you of course can throw in whatever you like there as well. There's pretzels and a whole bunch of other really fun things that you could throw into a trail mix to make it yours and make sure that you love it and that you're going to eat it and all that good stuff. There is a fourth element that you could add, some spices, like you could do an apple cinnamon trail mix and things like that. But we're going to keep it simple today, just to get you guys going. And then I want to hear all of your wonderful ideas, and I want to see all the trail mix that you guys are making at home. So we want to add something from every component when we're making trail mix. And you can add a whole bunch of different things, like I said. If you just love nuts, you can make just a mix of nuts and you're good to go. The great thing about trail mix too is once you make it, you can throw it in a Ziploc bag or a jar and it'll stay good for at least a month, just on your counter. And like I said too, if you have excess of all of these items, you can throw them in your freezer and they'll stay longer, or better longer. So to start, we're going to make gorp. Now, if you've never heard and you're like, what are you talking about? GORP stands for Good Old Raisins and Peanuts. And this is like a classic trail mix. And you can't even really call it a trail mix, but it's just a really simple snack. So, and if this is how simple you want to go for it. You have everything you need in here. You've got those nutrients, the protein, the fat, the natural sweetness. Those carbs from the fruit are going to help replace those energy stores that you've lost. The protein is going to help your muscles recover and repair. So really, you have everything that you need in here. And while we're making this, I do want to note that this is a post-game recovery snack. Having something like this within an hour before you get on the ice could really cause cramping and really hinder your performance. So you want to make sure that you're having something like this that's high in fiber, sugar, fat, all of those things, protein. This is for afterwards to help nourish your body and help it recover, okay? And nowadays, when we're not on the rink, this is a post-activity snack, right? You go for a long bike ride, you have this after. You go for a big hike with your family, you can have this after, when you reach the peak or something like that, right? Okay, so starting with raisins and peanuts, I'm going to show you my favorite mix, and then we'll go into a couple of different fun ones. And then, like I said, I want to see yours. I want to know what you guys are going to put in your trail mix, and you can tag Hockey Snacks and let me know, okay? So to peanuts and raisins, we're going to add some almonds. Now, almonds are really high in calcium, they're high in protein, they're high in fiber, and I should also mention, these almonds still have the skin on them. And if you can, always try and buy your nuts with the skin on, because it's just going to add that little bit more fiber, and we could all use a little bit more fiber in our diet. Okay, so we have peanuts, we have almonds. I'm gonna add in some walnuts. And how I always remember that walnuts have those omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids is they kind of look like a brain. And those are the fats that help your brain grow and focus and all that stuff. So we're gonna throw some walnuts in there as well. And to that, we're gonna add some of these pepitas, these pumpkin seeds, because I love having that extra iron and fiber and all of that goodness in there. And the last thing I'm gonna add is a little bit more dried fruit. Like I said, you can add whatever you want. I'm gonna add some goji berries. It gives it some really nice color as well, because we all eat with our eyes first. And you just mix that together, you guys. And that is a great looking trail mix. Now I know my kids, I have 3 kids, they all play hockey. They would love if I threw some chocolate chips in there, which of course I can do. I can add that fun element. But I'm gonna keep it just simple like this for now, and maybe I'll make my kids or let them make their own a little bit later. So we have that one right there. If you're feeling kind of, you love those tropical flavors, the coconut and the pineapple and stuff like that, then this is a perfect one for you guys. So we have here, we have cashews. Now I love cashews because they are higher in fat. They are incredibly nutrient dense, but about, I think it's like 16 or so is an ounce. And the same in almonds, you get about 23 almonds. So you get more bang for your buck with almonds. And this is why it's good to know and kind of research which nuts you like and how much you should be having. I don't want you counting numbers or anything like that, but just kind of being aware of which nuts are higher in fat and higher in nutrients. That's going to help you decide which ones you like and need as well. So we have our cashews in here, and we're going to add some sunflower seeds as well, because I love them. And to this mix, so cashews and sunflower seeds, we're gonna make this a tropical mix. So I'm gonna add some of our dried banana, okay, a couple banana chips in there, and we're gonna add some coconut, which is delicious. Now this is an unsweetened, unflavored coconut. It is just the coconut meat, nothing fancy in there. And then I'm gonna add our dried pineapple. Now this is still a little bit sticky, but I'm telling you, if you can find or make yourself dried pineapple, you won't believe the sweetness and just the flavor that comes out of it. See, easy peasy, okay? Cashews, coconut, pineapple, sunflower seeds, and banana. I mean, that is a really good bite, a really great combination right there. Now the last one we're gonna make is for our allergy friendly mix. So there are a few that you can buy out there right now, which is totally fine. But if you want to make your own, that you should be able to, right? So we're going to make ours with these pepitas, which I absolutely love. There is a nut out there, a beru nut, that I believe it tastes so similar to a peanut, but there's no allergens in there. It's a really, really great one. You can look that one up. So we have pepitas, we have sunflower seeds that we're adding here. So no nuts, right? We're just really using those seeds. I'm gonna add a little bit of hen parts just because I like that. And now is kind of the fun part, okay? So we have our protein and our iron from our sunflower seeds and our pepitas, but what I've done here is, if you can see that, these are roasted chickpeas, and these are out of a can, so you don't have to get, the bagged ones and soak them and do all that stuff. You just rinse them and throw them in the oven, a little bit of salt. I did use a little bit of avocado oil on these to help crisp them up. Chosen Foods makes one that has like Italian herbs and stuff in it, so you're getting a little bit of flavor there, but just a touch, a little bit of sea salt, and I roasted it at 400 degrees for about half an hour, if that. And these are so high in protein and really crunchy, really delicious, and perfect for those that are allergic to nuts but can have chickpeas. I know there are some of you out there that can't have both, but if you can have chickpeas, these are a really excellent option. And like I said, you can make them yourself. There are also companies like 3 Farmers that make really great roasted chickpeas. So you can buy them and still make your own trail mix if you don't want to do it yourself. But it was really easy and really, really delicious. And yes, I did add oil and salt to them, but I added it. So this is why I like buying everything raw, with no added flavors, because then I can choose how much salt, how much oil, and how much I'm gonna eat, right? So there, we have our protein, and now we're gonna add dried fruit. And the great thing about dried fruit is no allergies, right? So you can add whatever you want. So this one, I'm gonna add kiwis, and some blueberries there, and some raisins, and even some of these dates. Now dates are really big, so you can chop them up, or you can leave them in nice big pieces as well. It is completely up to you, which is what is so great. And there we have, a really fun nut-free trail mix that has a ton of really excellent flavors in it, and it's going to give your body the same fuel that it would if you were having it with nuts in it, which is a really, really great option. So the last one I'm going to make is just super classic, really fun, and my kids really like it, and I know you will too. So like I said, almonds, full of calcium, protein, high in fiber. This one's really simple, and it gives you everything you need. We've got almonds. We're going to add in dried blueberries, okay? And then we're just going to add chocolate chips, because chocolate chips, and a little bit of popcorn. And like I said too, if you have granola bars lying around, now these are allergy friendly granola bars. You can chop them up really, really small and add them in. And this is still, I think, a better option than just eating a whole granola bar as your snack, because you're getting all of this real whole food. It's easier for your body to digest. You can pronounce everything that's in it. There's no funny ingredients. And like I said, you're controlling the oil, the sugar, the salt, all of that stuff. So this is a really easy one to make. And like I said, you can add cereal. It all depends what you guys like. And just mix that up there. And there you have it. And you have a great handful, super fun, great to eat, and that's going to really nourish your body. So thank you guys for watching. That is our trail mix for today, our Nutrition Tuesday. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them. You can hop on over to the Hockey Snacks Instagram and ask me there, or you can post them here. Also, like I said, if you are looking for options because you don't want to do this yourself and you just want to go and buy it, I have some really great ones over on my Hockey Snacks Instagram story. So I would love for you to go over there, give us a follow, and we'll be doing this again next Tuesday. So I hope you have a fantastic week, you guys. And if you make any trail mix, let's see it. I want you guys to show us, tag the GTHL, tag Hockey Snacks. We would love to see it. Thank you, you guys, and have an awesome day. Bye.